Welcome guys back to my channel with Scatter Love Tarot, my fellow humans. I'm truly honored to be here giving you guys another reading. And I do just want to say thank you so much to everyone that has interacted with my channel, who has given your time, your space, your energy, and seen these readings and commented and liked and subscribed to the channel. It truly means so much to me, guys, and I'm just so glad that you're here. This is a reminder that if you guys do interact with the channel, it helps me connect with your energy to get you guys out more resonating readings. And if you guys are interested in longer, more in-depth readings, check out my other channel at Readings by Circe, and those are going to be much longer, but I do only post every other week on there, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for ease and convenience. All of my readings will go up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The ones that are on here, I will scatter love periodically, and you guys can always check out my daily dice readings when I do not have a pick a card reading out for you guys. So with that being said, my fellow humans, let's go ahead and get into what we're talking about today. Today's reading is going to be about 3 blessings that are coming to you soon. And I can't say that these are going to come tomorrow, next week, or next month, but they are going to be coming to you guys in the near future, as we're all at a different part on our journey. So keep that in mind. They are general readings. Take what resonates and leave what does not. Before we get started, I am going to give you guys a prayer. Let's go ahead and light this incense so we can get underway. One more go. Okay. As this smoke burns in this space, any and all who are connected with me either via the channel or come on and give their space and time on this reading, may they be given blessings and love and light and understand their own internal intuition and direction and higher self, so that they may discern the best course of action for themselves in this journey. Knowing that, yes, there are those of us that help and give guidance, but ultimately that their journey is theirs to discern and to undertake. And may all of those that are on this journey, this life's journey, remember how precious each moment is. And may those that are here be living in that present moment, so that they may see the adventure and the light that is this cosmic journey that we have together. As these words are spoken over my fellow tribe, my fellow humans here, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my beloved source energy. Okay, let's go ahead and get that in the incense burner, so we can always got to have smoke in the reading, right? Like, that's how you know it's real. I don't know. It's just so funny because no matter where I put the incense, it always comes into the reading. So I've just determined that that's the best spot for it. So this is a seed. This is a crazy little seed that I found outside one day. This was a while ago. So, but that's what it is, a seed. So excellent. We are going to find out what 3 blessings are coming. We're going to get an oracle card to start with for you guys to pick from my Sacred Rebels deck, and see what's going on. So for pile number 1, source, what 3 blessings are coming for pile number 1? What oracle card will help them in their search or their reception of these blessings for pile number 1? No, that's too many. 1 card for pile number 1, source. Just 1 card. I feel it. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, okay. I felt it. I just didn't know which one it was, but they showed me. Okay, for pile number 2. What card for pile number 2, source? Okay, I heard you. That one. Okay, and an oracle card for pile number 3 on the 3 blessings that are coming. Thank you. That was so easy. Pile 3, you are ready to hear your guidance. I usually take it as a sign that when they're stubborn to come out, it means the guidance, it's not that it's triggering, it's just kind of one of those like, okay, we got to deal with this as it comes. And look at what's on the bottom of the deck is the card that is the backboard of this light. Legacy of light. So this is about the ancestors reaching out to you. Okay, so for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful conch shell. And anything that you guys see on my desk when I have you guys pick from, nothing is store-bought. Everything has been found, with the exception of these. These were given to me by my grandmother. She worked in a geological society, so. And then this beautiful oyster shell is for pile number 2. And then this is a sand dollar someone gave me on the beach in Myrtle Beach. He was collecting them, and he gave me this one because it was all broke, and I didn't care because I thought it was really cool, because all I wanted was a sand dollar. So I think that's really cool that he gave it to me. He found it for pile 3. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. All right, and whichever one you guys choose, I will see you guys on your perspective piles, and we'll find out what 3 blessings are coming to you guys. So I'll see you there. Fellow humans that chose pile number 1, this is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful conch shell. This is going to be your guys' reading on what 3 blessings are coming for you. I'm going to put that up there. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is get 3 piles, okay? And I'm going to get 1 card from each of my decks that I have and that I have out. And we'll see what that says. And then if we need clarifiers, we'll go from there. So, source, what 3 blessings are coming for pile number 1? And if this resonates with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Set the notification bell so you guys always know when the next video does get uploaded. It surely does help me out. And just a quick reminder that as you interact with the channel, it does help me get connected with your energy to get you guys out more resonating readings. Okay, so source for pile number 1, what 3 blessings are coming? Thank you. For pile number 1, what 3 blessings are coming? What 3 blessings are coming, source? Okay, thank you. And as we get started here, what I do say here is don't ever worry, like, we don't know yet, but don't ever worry if you get reversal cards. That is not a big deal. That's too many. I just want 1, source. What 3 blessings are coming for pile 3? Thank you. Okay. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 3, source? Okay, thank you. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 3, source? What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 3? Thank you. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 3? What 3 blessings are coming? Thank you. Okay. Make sure I've got it up right. Okay. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 3, source? Whoa. Thank you. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 3, source? Whoa, that card. Okay, hold on. I gotta pause it because that card went flying off the table. I'll be right back, guys. Chimney Christmas, guys. That went like across the room. It took flight. Source gave it wings. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 1, source? Okay, we want this one. Awesome. Okay, we'll put these up here. I am going to move these 2 off to the side so we can deal with pile 1 first. Well, I guess the first blessing for you guys, pile 1. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Wow. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. And we have the 7 of Spades, also depicting a chariot. So let's just talk about this for a second, guys. You guys have dealt with something that's kind of rough in your past up until this point. There's this energy surrounding these two cards here saying that you guys have had a lot of either romantic partners or sexual partners who have been very ruthless and manipulative. These are like smooth talkers coming in, like telling you exactly what you want to hear, exactly what they think you want to hear. And they're getting away with it every time. They end up sleeping with you or getting what they want from you, and then they bounce out. Like, I feel like you guys get ghosted a lot, okay? And it's starting to feel like what's wrong with me as a person, okay? And that might not resonate with everybody, but there's this deep inner feeling that's coming through right now. It is super heavy. That's saying, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I get someone who's honest, who has integrity, who wants to be with me and not with what I have in my pants, right? So that goes for both men and women. So, you know, for guys, this is like a player women, and for women, this is player men, or, you know, whatever it is that you guys identify with or prefer in life. It doesn't matter, but these are like player type energies coming in. But the worst part about these players is that they like get involved with you, right? They get involved, they stay for a while. This is like maybe 1-2 months, and you actually start to get attached to them. And then it's almost like when things are really, really good, they bounce out and you're kind of like, whoa, what happened? What did I do? Okay. And the reason these are coming out is that Source is pointing out this has nothing to do with you guys. Okay, whoever these people are, it's just reminiscent of an energy that you guys are trying to let go of right now. And with this 7 of Spades here, it's interesting because this depicts making a choice to come to yourself and find true freedom, right? You have the light and the dark aspect here. It's like realizing that you too maybe have exerted these energies in the past, or if you haven't, understanding that you are very capable of that as well, right? Like, it's like not something you might choose to do, but understanding that whatever someone is displaying in our outer world, it is something that we're choosing to deny within ourselves. This is not a reading to say, hey, go out there and be like these people. It's just saying that, like, you have to accept that this quality is a dark or a shadow within you as well. And as you accept that, your blessing is coming to this, like, I love this. It's like a barn. It's like, and when I think of barns, like, I think of a farm, and I think of like being fulfilled and abundant on the farm. And I also, me personally, when I see a barn, I see like families, like they sit down and they have dinner together, and they're always asking each other what's going on, and they want to know about each other. And so what is going to happen is when you come to this understanding that instead of judging these people for the way that they choose to act, it's saying, okay, why am I allowing myself to let people in like this? And that's the blessing that's coming, is the knowledge as to why you're letting people take from you your precious energy. It's almost like the want to have a label has become more important than the actual idea of what you want from a relationship. And so what's coming to you guys is the choice. You can either stay in this old energy, or you guys will choose to venture towards something new. And that's the blessing here, is a new path. Right? That's the blessing. And that might not feel like a blessing, but really it's getting you away from this type of energy. And this doesn't necessarily have to be lovers, right? This could just be people. This could be friends, co-workers, fellow classmates, you know, people that family. This could be family that you've been around. What really, when we talk about the Knight of Wands, okay, in the reverse, this is someone who comes in to gain something and who bounces out as quickly as they came in. So that's why they say that it can be like player energy, because that's what players do. They come in to get sex and they leave as soon as they get it. Like, they don't stay overnight. Like, as soon as it's like once they finish, they're basically out the door, right? They don't want to stay. They don't want to have coffee. They don't want to have pillow talk. They don't want any of that. And so the same energy here Is there someone or a group of people in your life that do that same thing? They could come in for money. They could come in for ideas. This, like, if this is at work, this is somebody who's coming in for ideas. Like, they basically talk you up. This could be a supervisor that comes in and talks you up and says, hey, you know, like, I'm really running out of ideas. I really, you know, you always have good ideas. Like, they build you up. Maybe they bought you Starbucks and they get your ideas. And when they get your ideas, they bounce out and they go and they take credit for your ideas, and you're just getting exhausted from it. Okay, so take it as it resonates, but these are the situations that are coming through to me right now. Whatever it is, these people are not nice. These people are very ruthless. These people, they know what they're doing. Okay, these people are very aware of what it is that they're doing. They've done this their whole lives. They've done this for a very long time. And what's coming is this new path. So if this is a coworker or a boss, you're basically, what the blessing is that you're going to have the courage to say no. And the blessing, if this is like a love situation, you're going to have the blessing of saying, I want more. And you're going to turn away people. Like, so I guess that's the main blessing here, is like the easiest way to say it is that it's saying no and saying yes to yourself. And that might not feel like a blessing, but once you actually are able to live in that energy, you're going to be like, wow, this is one of the greatest blessings I could have ever experienced. Someone is dreaming. They're crying and woofing in their sleep. You guys might hear sounds. My dogs are here with me, so it's a very small space. But this person expects you guys to always be around, or this situation expects you to always be around. And you're not. Like, this is you saying yes to yourself with this card right here. This is you guys accepting that this is just a part of life, that you can make a change for yourself. And when you make a change for yourself, you open up to a whole new avenue in your life. You don't have to continue to be in this bad energy. So that's blessing one. Let's see. We'll get oracles at the end as guidance, okay? So blessing number 2. What's blessing number 2, source? Bam. Boss. Okay, yeah. Oh, I love this. So yeah, this could have been a work situation, just kind of carrying on from that. But really the second blessing here is that you guys are going to become a boss in your life. You guys are going, this is like, to me, co-creator energy. You've realized for a long time that no one has really stood in your way, that you're the only one that stood in your way, right? It's like, it's easy to blame others, but this is like having the realization, like, I'm the one that let those people do what they did to me. And I'm the one who kept me from getting what I wanted to, right? So you have the Emperor, the Ace of Wands reversed, and this is the Ace of Diamonds, also depicting the world. You're completing a cycle, and then the Ace of Diamonds talks about a new opportunity, something that's abundant. This is a new financial opportunity, and you're coming into it like a boss, which makes me feel like for some of you guys, this was a work situation. For others of you, yes, it was a sexual situation or a love situation, but walking away gave you so much confidence, right? Because when we have the Emperor here, he is not afraid to say what's on his mind, to support his people, to do what's best for him, to make sure that his realm is safe. He's the one, he's also ready for battle here, right? And he's not afraid to go do what's necessary on the road to battle to make sure that his people have what they need. And you have this energy here where the Ace of Wands is really just being a lack of passion. Like, really, we could talk about depression here. You guys have been in a depressive state, worried about finances, worried about when things are going to come out in your favor, worried about when things are going to start working for you on a whole. And it's finally coming for you. It's finally coming to fruition here. You have this energy of being able to reach for the stars now. Like, you're not going to let anything hold you back, where before you were letting your doubts, your worries, your fears, your this is like saying I'm not good enough and letting that be the reason that you're held back, right? Like saying I can't do this because maybe I don't have the right equipment. I can't do this because I don't have enough knowledge. I can't do this because I can't do this because, like, there's always a because. And this is saying now, you know what? That's me. That's not the truth of the situation. That's me holding myself back. And now I'm going to reach for what I want. This could be you guys starting a new job. This could be you guys starting a new venture. This could be you guys starting a business. This could be you guys getting a promotion. You know, this depicts also the Ace of Diamonds is like the Ace of Coins card. And that's talking about a new abundant gift, right? It's a gift from source. It's a gift from your angels. It's a gift from your higher self. And you're coming into it like a boss. Like you're not going to let anyone stand in your way, and especially you're not going to let yourself stand in the way here. And so the blessing, because you guys are getting out of your own way, is that you're going to have some new adventure come in where you guys are going to really enjoy the fruit of your labors. Some of you guys could be traveling soon. Like maybe you planned a trip and you guys could be traveling soon. Others of you guys, I feel like maybe some of you guys are becoming astrologers or astronomers. I don't know. That's like weird. Or maybe you're wanting to start studying something. That's why that's coming in. Like you guys are wanting to start studying something and understanding what's going on around us. And you guys have only ever said no to yourself. Excuse me just a second. Excuse me. Wow. Sorry, guys. That just came out of nowhere. And you guys are really you're going to enjoy this, right? You're going to enjoy this a lot. Finding new structure in your life. Having faith in the process here. You have two aces right next to each other. You guys are going to find faith in the process and faith in yourself. This is like self-belief. You're basically like trumping yourself here. Like, nope, I'm not going to let what I thought was the truth be the truth, because that's been an illusion this whole time. And this is going to be different for all of you guys. But the blessing is just this ability to be very bold and firm in who you are as a person and move forward on that. Very sure of yourself. There's just like some kind of inspiration that's coming to you guys, and you're keeping it to yourself for now as you build on it. And that's good. That's a good thing, because you're learning how to be accountable for the things that you want in life for yourself. And as you're accountable for yourself, once you find that stability in being accountable for yourself, then you can share that with others. And that's what's really coming through here. I very much feel like this is something you've wanted for a long time. Like this feels like your heart coming through and saying, no, we know our truth. Now let's go for it. Something that you've wanted since you were a child even. This could also be like some of your guys is maybe your father or your parent came in and reminded you of how much you enjoyed this as a child. Like just like reminiscing, like, you know how when you share family stories, my apologies, I need a drink, guys. You know how when you share stories as a family, like you guys reminisce about the past, and like somebody that's older than you comes back into your life and says, hey, do you remember when you liked doing that? Like, or they tell you how you did something as a child and you didn't remember it. And then it's like, as you started thinking about it more, you're like, I actually really do remember that. It just, for some reason, I pushed it away. Like I'm getting this feeling of like some sort of repression of a dream. And that dream is what's coming to the surface here. And you guys are just like, bar none, you're just taking it. That's a beautiful blessing. Let's see what the third blessing is. Okay. Four of Swords reversed. The Empress reverse. It's interesting. This flew out when I was shuffling for you guys, and it flew out with a grip of cards, and I put them back, and it came back out again. You guys have dealt with a lot of weird people in your life. Look, and then the Queen of Hearts also depicting the Empress. We have the Empress twice here. With the Emperor, some of you guys, a blessing that's coming in for you guys is love. That's not going to resonate for everybody, okay? I just want that to be clear. But this is something like you guys have been stuck for a while, okay? You guys have been stuck in this energy. Maybe you guys have been making quick decisions, trying to fix your life. It's like before you were taking your time and trying to figure things out, but it just felt like everything was falling apart. And you were getting involved with these people who are like, oh, make this quick decision, you want this, or like, this feels to me, why do I hear Ponzi scheme right now? Like, I hear like pyramid schemes, like all these things, like people are trying to get rich quick. Okay, I know there's no money on this, but that's what I keep hearing right now with this. It's like people are trying to convince you of something. Other situations, this is a mother who's very overprotective and overbearing, and it gave you guys a lot of toxic femininity in your life, and you didn't know how to trust women. And the blessing is that you guys are balancing this out. And not only are you guys learning how to trust other women, you guys are also able to open up to receive that which is yours. You know, with the Queen of Cups, she's super intuitive, compassionate, loving, but she's also in my decks, okay? She's also the queen that doesn't give away freely. Like she's the most loving queen there is. She really is. She is the one that understands your emotions, and she'll sit with you while you cry and while you're hurt. But in order for her to be that way, like you have to show her that you're worthy of her emotions. In other words, it's like she's not just going to give her emotions away willy-nilly. And that's what you guys, you're having this blessing where you're healing this. Like you're healing this misplaced energy, you know. And the Empress, she's the mother of the zodiac. And so they use the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Hearts here, Queen of Cups, and depicted the energy of the Empress with her as well, showing that like that's the mother of all mothers. The mother that when you get a boo-boo, she's the one that runs over and kisses your boo-boo. When you are upset or have a broken heart, she just listens, and she's not trying to give you any advice or anything. She listens and hugs you and tells you it's going to be okay. Like the ultimate mom energy here. And you guys are learning how to be that mom to yourself. And in doing so, you guys open yourself up to this chance for abundance. Like if you look at her cup, it's all full of so many different things. She's got grapes here. There's money here. There's the fruit of everything is in here. Flowers. It's like everything that you could think of is coming to you, but it's like because you've learned to embrace this beautiful energy. And look, she has it all in her hair too. All these flowers in her hair, like just allowing herself to blossom. And so you guys are allowing yourself to blossom and let go of this energy, the Four of Swords and the Empress, where you guys are feeling trapped either by someone who is very impulsive, someone who doesn't take into account your feelings. This is someone who doesn't take you into account with their journeyings. Like they basically use you and abuse you. Like that's what I keep hearing. So whatever that is, or whoever that is, that could be a situation, right? That could be work where maybe you guys are paid salary, and these people come in and they expect you to work as though you were getting paid hourly, but you get paid salary, so you're putting in like 80 hours a week, and it's like that's exhausting, right? But you don't get paid more than 40 hours a week, right? You get paid the same if you work 10 hours or if you worked 80 hours, and you just can't keep pulling these 80-hour weeks, but they expect you to because it's like, oh, you sold your soul to us because you get salary. And you're like finally saying, look, I gotta take care of myself. I'm exhausted. You come home, you fall face first in the bed. You can't even eat. Like you're waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, eating these ridiculous meals, and you're starting to gain weight. Like I hear stress eating. For others of you guys, this is maybe a school situation where you guys are going to school and there's someone writing you guys to take more and more classes, and so you've taken more and more classes, and you're like maxed out for credits for the semester, but they still want you to take more credits, and you're like, I can't. And they're like, well, take extra credit, and you're like, look, I can't. And they keep writing you, and it's making you exhausted. Like, you're starting to fall behind in schoolwork. Like, this feels like a falling behind while keeping up, if that makes sense. It's like you guys are doing like the minimum. And it's like they still want more, because when you guys were giving 100%, like, you just had nothing left. And so the blessing here, again, it's like, I feel like you guys are going to learn how to say no, but the real blessing here is self-care. Like, this is you guys taking a long bath or going to the spa. Why do I hear laser tag? Maybe some of you guys need to go play laser tag with some old friends. Like, I seriously just heard that right now. So, you know, but this is like you guys reconnecting with your fun self and being like, you know what? I've worked so hard. I can't do this anymore. This could be family. This could be anything, really. You know, any situation that's taking your attention. This could even be the demands of children, right? Like, I know we give our all to kids, but if mom's not happy, if dad's not happy, then the kids aren't going to be happy either. And so this is just saying, you know what? I love you guys. Here's a movie. Don't bother me for the next hour. Okay? I get 1 hour. I'm going to set a timer on this phone, and if you guys say anything, that hour is going to start over. Right? Like, making a boundary here, and that's what you guys are going to do. And when you guys do that, it opens you up. It's like opening the door a crack to the light that's outside from the darkness, and the whole room gets lit up, and you guys receive so much from it. This beautiful energy here. So you guys are going to learn how to say no. Okay? And again, these blessings will come when they come. Like, I can't say it's going to happen tomorrow, next week, or whenever. But you guys are going to learn how to say no. You're going to open yourself up to a new abundant opportunity. This is financial abundance here. And you guys are going to open yourselves up to self-care. And it's so important that you do open up to self-care, because self-care will help you guys bring in these other blessings a lot quicker. So let's get some oracles out on it. Usually I do the dice, but because I had 3 blessings, I really didn't want to do the dice for this reading. So don't worry. If you guys want a dice reading, every day I post a daily dice for you guys. So that will be on my channel as well. And those are just quick readings for you guys, okay? So may I please have an oracle card for pile number 1? What's going to help them out on the blessings that they're receiving? Okay. And these oracles, they can be guidance. They can just be clarification. They can be a synchronicity for you that's going to help you out in the long run, okay? So we have the past is the past. The future is the future. You only have this now moment. And that's so beautiful, because you can't fear what's to come, because you don't know what's to come. And you can't fear what has already happened, because it's already happened. We can only live in this now moment. And that is a lot easier said than done, guys. You don't have to tell me. I know. It takes practice. And I think that's a thing that the spiritual community needs to remind all of the fellow humans out there, is that to live life is to practice life. And that's all it is. That's what living life is, to constantly practice. That's it. It's nothing more. I really feel like, okay. So we have, sometimes it takes a wrong turn to get to the right place, with number 3. And 3 is a very creative number. It's also the number that your angels and your guides are with you. Your ancestors are walking with you. So again, there's something very creative that's coming to you guys that is going to actually skyrocket quite a few blessings around you. But those are the main blessings that I'm getting here. It's like the ability to say no, to make a decision for yourself. Okay, so when I say no, it's like to be able to make a decision for yourself. This is learning how to say yes to yourself, whatever that brings. Okay, a new abundant opportunity. It's going to be creative. And the ability to love yourself, because you've been putting self-care on the back burner for someone, something else, okay? All right. What do we have on the bottom here? Happiness, 42. Yeah, you guys are bringing in happiness with a dolphin here. Look, we have the pregnant lady up here on the dolphin's back, and that talks about abundance and creativity. You guys are birthing something new into life. This is very creative time for you guys. So whatever it is that you get inspired to do, don't wait for your mind to tell you no, or to pull the handbrake and say, nope, we can't do that. We're not going to do that. When you get that inspiration, just go and do it right then and there, so that you guys like let go of that fear, because you're already in it. Like at that point when you've already started, you're already in it. Letting your radiance shine. It's time for you guys to shine. With the summer solstice, the summertime could be very synchronistic, or very much a time of grace for you guys, where you get a lot done, where good things are coming. That could be the time around your birthday as well. Our birthdays always bring significant change for us. And so for those of you guys that have a summer birthday, there's going to be a huge change for you in the summer. But I feel like this is also just talking about, don't be afraid to let your light shine. You guys have held back so long. And it's like, I feel like you guys have been trying. Like, I'm really trying to let my light shine. I'm really trying to be out there and put my best foot forward. But it's just learning how to really be yourself and be authentic, and not let others tell you how you need to live, or let the expectations of others be the guiding road for you, because we never know what those expectations, where they're leading us, right? Until we get to the end point and we realize this was not the way we needed to go. Sometimes it takes a wrong turn to get to the right place. So we have opposition here, an imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. So this absolutely goes hand in hand with what we talked about basically on two parts of this reading. The first blessing and the second and the third blessing, where you guys are dealing with something that is a power struggle, right? Like you're dealing with people who are manipulative, or you're dealing with someone who's very overprotective, or trying to tell you what you have to do. And it's like letting that part of you go. Okay, let's get one of these love oracles. Whoa, okay. All right, well, I'll take them. We'll just check them out real quick here. I won't look at the bottom one, because the bottom one is the bottom one. So we have practice compassion, number 6, with see things from a fresh perspective. Yeah, so you guys are seeing things from a whole new light. Look, what was I saying? Letting your light shine, and we have this light coming down on the little bird here that's blue, and blue is the color of truth, finding your inner truth. You have this light that's shining on there and connecting with your inner child. And this could be that clarification for some of you guys. You have kids and they take up so much of your attention. Also, not being afraid to ask for help. Like if you have family members that can help you, or if you have friends that can help you, hey, can you just watch my kid for an hour? I need to go get a massage. I need to get my nails done. I need to take myself to Starbucks, you know, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to do that. You're not being a burden. Okay, that's not making you a burden. And I feel like some of you guys just need to hear that. Like, you guys are very strong individuals. For those of you that have brought kids into the world, that is a huge responsibility. You do not have to be on point 1,000% of the time. It is okay to have a breakdown, and it is okay to have a moment to break away. All right? We also have number 1, listen with your heart. You are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. So this is something you just need to see with eyes of love here, okay? Like you're listening, but there could be some frustration coming down. I feel like that's why I was telling you guys not being afraid to ask for help. You guys are very proud individuals, and that is a beautiful thing, okay? That's not a terrible thing. That's a good thing to have, especially in the world that we live in now. Remembering that asking for help doesn't make you weak. Asking for help is actually a very strong and courageous act. Okay? And that's you saying yes to yourself. Because when you constantly don't ask for help and you're constantly running on empty, one day, if you guys haven't already experienced it, which I find hard to believe, you probably already have, you run into burnout. And that's when you get either extremely sick, You go through ridiculous body pains. You run a fever. Your body can't move. You have migraines. You can't wake up from bed. You can't even get yourself to the shower. You're depressed. You can't move because you're so in this state of grief and you don't understand why, and you're still just trying to be that strong person. You're human. You're human. You guys are incredible for bringing others into the world, okay? And this is very specific, and I apologize for those of you that don't have kids, okay? This just feels very specific, and this could resonate for those of you that don't have kids. You could just be constantly on the go, taking care of everybody else. When you guys don't give back to yourself, how can you give to others what you're not giving to yourself? Someone once told me this because I was told by a family member a long time ago that I had to take care of one of my sick family members. And I didn't have anything. I didn't have a job. I didn't have money. I couldn't do anything. It was just, I was as much of a burden as what felt like the sickness, right? I couldn't do anything. And they were like, you need to figure it out because you need to financially support this home and your own home. I mean, it was just chaotic. And I asked somebody because I was so exhausted. I was crying and I was like, I can't do this, but I was trying to figure it out. And my friend told me, said, how can you take care of someone else when you're not taking care of yourself? The whole weight of the world does not need to be on your shoulders because you need to first learn how to take care of yourself. And that just really made me stop and think. It's like, wow, how much of my life had I spent letting others tell me what I needed to do or what I had to do when that wasn't even my responsibility in the first place? Okay, and that's something to keep in mind here. There is a lot that you have on your plate right now. If you don't give yourself an hour, 1 hour out of this whole week to do something for yourself, you're putting yourself in a position of potential burnout. Okay, so we have woman who secretly sleeps with other women coming out. What an interesting card to come out on this reading. So some of you guys could be in a relationship with a woman, okay, and you're a woman. Or you're a man in a relationship with a woman who is sleeping with another woman, and that's one of the situations, the romantic situation we have going on. Or you guys could be dealing with a very overbearing partner who wants to know what you're doing, where you're going, what's going on all the time. And the reason being is because they're secretly sleeping with someone behind closed doors and they have another partner, okay? What an interesting card to come out. Yeah, wanting you by means of entrapment. So this is just clarifying there's a weird energy in your energetic field right now that just wants to have complete control over you. And it's hard for you to say no because you're emotionally invested, which I understand. I absolutely understand. But when you have people who... Okay, and I'm not here so you guys can go beat up someone. Oh my gosh, my tarot reader said you were sleeping with somebody. I know you're cheating on me. This could be clarification and confirmation for some of you guys, okay? That your partner is sleeping with someone else, okay? But again, this is not for you guys to go and confront them. This is for you to sit with yourself and to ask, why am I in a situation and why am I continuing to allow this situation to unfold when it's as easy as walking away? Okay, maybe I shouldn't say easy. I think it's as simple as walking away is the best way to put it here. Because everything that we do in life is simple, but that doesn't make it easy. Okay, this could be very hard for you to walk away, especially if you have kids together, you're emotionally invested, you've been with each other any amount of time, you're married, and you don't want to be, say, the first in your family to get a divorce. You know, whatever it is, that's what's going on here. Now, wanting you by means of entrapment. That person, either the job in your family, this is a family member or, you know, a lover, they want you to stay in their life and they're going to go about any way that they can to do it. And it could get real ugly. Oh, I love that this card came out. We have number 39, which is 12. And 12 is all about our perspective. And we had see things from a new perspective with practice compassion, right? Life is about practice. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. We have sometimes you find the strength to do what scares you the most if you believe your life will be better because of it. Here we go. Confirmation of what I was just saying. It's not easy. It is simple, though. It is simple, but it's not easy. And sometimes it just takes finding that strength to say, this is my life. I want it to be better. I don't want to be in this anymore. This is crazy. This card has come out so much in the past few readings. So this is again confirmation of what's going on. We have 15, which is 6. It says, I send you forth as sheep amongst the wolves. May you be as cunning as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. Okay, so here they're saying, you're dealing with some wolves. You're dealing with some people who don't have your best interest in mind. Okay? It's not for you to become a wolf yourself. This is for you to be as cunning and as sly as a serpent. You're going to slide under the radar and be as harmless as doves. I'm not here to tell someone else what to do with their life. That's what this basically means. I'm here to remember that it's my life. It's mine to take control of. It's mine to take charge of. And I'm going to take charge of that and end these karmic cycles. We have number 28 with 10. Completing a process, connecting with your soul, the butterfly, this transformation. So whatever this new opportunity that's coming through, this is going to have to do with your soul purpose, whether that's your actual soul purpose or not. It doesn't matter. This is opening the path to get you guys towards your soul purpose here. Yes, dragonfly emergence. You guys are emerging into this whole new place. And I love this because we had the Empress come out for you guys here. And this makes me feel like the Empress energy here. It's like you guys are emerging into a new place of compassion for self. And that is such a feat. Let me tell you guys. We have Sagittarius energy, optimism, exploration, and freedom. Didn't I say that some of you guys are going to travel? And Sagittarius is the energy of traveling. Maybe all of you guys are looking to travel. So you guys could be opening up the path to travel. You guys could be opening up the path to just have a new sense of optimism in life because you want to explore something new. And freedom could be just letting go of all this heavy stuff that's holding you down. Your love card, look, relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. We have number 32. So for some of you guys, a lot of you guys, you're dealing with a relationship situation that's really weighing you down. And this one relationship could really open you guys up to a lot of blessings when you guys find what is the right path for you. Okay, because for some of you guys, it could be leaving. For others of you guys, it could be opening yourselves up to, say, therapy. Or for some of you guys, it's like going into, I don't know, like... So I heard remission. Okay, I did hear remission right now. Some of you guys could be fighting a very big illness. And you just recently went into remission. Okay? And this person, while you were sick, did a lot of things. And now that you're in remission, they want to start building with you again. And it's not to say that that's right or wrong. Okay? It's to say why they're bringing this up is it's to say this is you looking in the mirror. Okay? This is you looking in the mirror and seeing yourself. What plays on your heartstrings? What is good for you? And not being afraid to see that and follow that. Even if it's you alone. Or even if it's you with this other person. But you have to do what feels best for you. Because it's not going to be the same. I could say, hey, leave this jerk. And go build yourself up because that's what you deserve. Yeah, of course. Of course you deserve that. And of course there's going to be energy that feels like that. But for some of you guys, maybe this person that you're with or that's in your energy just didn't even know that they were hurting you so bad. And I know some of you guys are like, cheating is hurting. Right. But maybe they were too afraid to tell you what they wanted. And instead of hurting you because that's what they wanted or making you feel inferior, they went and found it somewhere else. That happens a lot. And it could just take as much as you guys going to therapy together to find out, you know. So that's why it's hard for tarot readers unless they give a private reading on these general readings to say, oh, it's exactly this situation. The general message is the general message. It either applies or it doesn't. And at the end of the day, that's entirely up to you, right? But the situations we give, you can't take those to heart. While they'll resonate with some, that's the situation we're given by source to bring in. So it's an example for you guys to look in your own life. You are worthy of loving yourself. Here I am talking about it. Leave this person, put yourself first. We talked about a blessing coming in is self-love, guys. Come on. I love this. This is so beautiful right here. They aren't deciding. It's time to walk away. That player energy coming up through here, they're just letting you, like this is somebody that's leaving you on red. They've ghosted you. Like you asked them and they just basically were like, didn't have the courage to answer you. They didn't have the courage to say anything. Right? And so this is time for you guys when it's to walk away. We said that earlier over here. It's time. Sometimes it's just as simple as walking away. That doesn't make it easy. It's you guys finding the love of self here, okay? And sometimes loving self is like one of the hardest journeys you're going to go on, because everybody has told us our whole life that we need to love everybody else. But we can only give from whatever we give to ourselves. Your destiny is to become. So another confirmation here that you guys are following your path when you take the time to do what you want to do and what feels good for you, not what everybody else wants you to do. Ancient wisdom. Yeah, some of you guys are going to be learning something new. Like I said, that astrology, astronomy, something that's very ancient, like with the stars, like I'm absolutely getting like with the stars or with the world here, like this could be ancient. Maybe you guys are going to start learning about Atlantis or ancient Egypt or ancient Islam. I just heard. This could be anything, but just like some very ancient cultures. Maybe you guys are studying, what the beliefs are in India, or maybe you guys are learning about a religion that's been in your life and you never took it seriously, and now you're learning that, right? Sagittarian is connected with religion. So whatever it is, guys, it's like you guys are now connecting into this ancient wisdom, and it's going to unlock doors for you. Fall. Like this is, so fall time could be of significance to you, but these were not channeled to say that that's the time that things are going to happen. This is channeled because in the fall we let go, right? The leaves let go and it allows space to become new. And so this is asking you to let go and receive what's meant for you. Don't hold on because you're afraid to let go. Guys, I cannot make this stuff up. When are you going to choose self-love? Like this whole reading, that's what this is about. One of your biggest blessings is coming through here is self-love, learning how to self-love. And we see that here with the Queen of Hearts, also depicting the Empress, right? That's all about self-love. Let's see what your guys is. I love this. After the storm, number 1, trusting having faith in the process, having faith towards this. And it's funny, we've seen 1 quite a bit. Where did we see 1? Oh, you guys had the 2 aces together. So 111 could be very significant to you. You guys are also pile 1, right? So 111 could be very significant to you. I am going to read this out of the book. Just a second. This is the very first card. We have this beautiful moon behind the owl. Owls are all about wise endeavors. They're like super connected with source. They're also the realm of the afterlife. And you guys are getting ancestral messages here. So it says there's a thunderstorm about. Make sure I'm in the. There we go. There's a thunderstorm about. It is either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excitement about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. With a release of tension, relief and freedom soon follow. Often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of a promising, hopeful vision in your future. And we've already gotten perspective. We got freedom with the horses from the chariot. I love these confirmations coming through for you guys. Perhaps the particular storm building within you or around you is causing you to quake in your boots. It might be a storm of building emotions threatening to erupt or already exploding. Seemingly beyond your conscious control, you might feel an uncomfortable sense of emotional or physical or psychological pressure within, and if something doesn't happen and soon, you fear you might burst. You may also sense that these are forces operating beyond your control, and you would be right. There is in life, in the creative process, a need to allow for wild storms. There will be those precious moments of peace beforehand and the release and revitalization that follows, yet the storm in the middle is essential. It is a natural part of the creative process. Without this building and releasing of energy, we would suffer from boredom and stagnancy. You may prefer the excitement of the storm or the fresh open feeling that accompanies its clearing. Okay, you may find it confronting to be faced with the power of something in which you can only participate rather than control. Either way, the storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head and clearing them away so the energy can be freed from a pattern that has had its day and is ready to become something new. Okay, this is something very emotional for you. See that with the moon back here. All right, but regardless of what is going on here, you guys have an opportunity to bring in some very wonderful blessings. Maybe they're not what you wanted. Maybe it's not money. Like maybe you wanted money. Oh, when's the money coming to me? When's this coming to me? When's that coming to me? We have to remind ourselves to stay open to the idea of what blessings truly are. And there's so much more than just monetary gifts from Source. Okay? And you guys are receiving some very deep and wonderful blessings in the near future. So I pray you guys have the courage and the understanding to see how incredibly worthy you are of the life you desire and dream of. And if this is someone or something that you're holding on to that you're scared to leave, may you guys find the drive within and the understanding as to why it's not serving you. And may you leave on your own time when you're ready and when it suits you best. As these words are spoken over you, Pile 1, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. I'm sending you guys out a big energetic hug. I love you so very much. If it resonated, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave me a comment. I love reading them from you guys. You guys are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. That way you guys never miss a video. And until next time, stay human, guys. Bye. Welcome, my fellow humans that chose pile number 2. This is for those of you that chose this beautiful oyster shell. This is going to be your reading on what 3 blessings are coming to you. So I am doing these a little bit different today. I am not doing the dice today because we're talking about 3 blessings and I just don't want to do 3 dice readings. I'm just going to be honest. It's a long reading for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to get 1 card from each of the tarot decks that I do have. And then we will get into your oracle cards afterwards, okay? So Source, for pile number 2, what 3 blessings are coming for pile number 2? If this resonates with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Set that notification bell so you never miss the next reading. And keep in mind, these are general readings. I will give examples. That doesn't mean that example is exactly for you. It could be for you, but it could also be for someone else. It is just an example so you guys know how to apply that to your current situation, okay? And if it's not resonating with you, that is all right. It could just mean that you need to check out another reading, or you guys need to go find another reading or reader, and that's fine. I understand that, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 2? Pile number 2. Dos. What 3 blessings are coming for pile number 2, Source? Wow, that card. Whoa. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta go get that card. It went flying. Okay. That happened in pile number 1 too, except it went the other way and it flew all the way over by my dog. And so I was like, oh, okay. I guess some of these cards have wings today. So what 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2, Source? Thank you. Okay. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2, Source? Okay. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2? Okay, thank you. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2? Okay, thank you. Also, don't worry if you guys get reversals, okay? Don't trip, chocolate chip. That's all right. Reversals just tell us the story. They're not bad, okay? They're not bad. Make sure this isn't upright. Of course, all of my cards are like that. Okay. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2? Whoa, okay, that is too many. They want that one. Okay. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2, Source? Thank you. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 2? Thank you. All right. Let's see what we got for you, pile number 2. So we're going to move these 2 out of the way. And we are going to look at this one first. So your first blessing, let's find out what that is. Okay, so we have the 6 of Swords. The 7 of Coins reversed. Ooh, and we have the 8 of Hearts depicting the Moon card. Okay, so currently you guys are actually healing a deep wound. And the blessing is understanding this wound that you have. And what's the wound is approval from others. This is like needing validation from others, right? So the 7 of Coins in the reverse really talks about like, it's like neurosis. It's weird because it's like I need to be approved by others in order to find worth and value in myself. Like if I'm not accepted by others, if I'm not approved by others, then there must be something inherently wrong with me. Now, don't take that so like in a negative way, because almost every human goes through this. Okay, this is not you alone on this journey at all, pile 2. This is what a lot of people deal with. We all have gone through. I've gone through it. You've gone through it. Everybody's gone through it. Your neighbor, your mom, your grandpa, your auntie, your uncle, Joe down the street, Jill up the lane. It doesn't matter. Everybody has dealt with this. Okay, needing to feel like, in order for me to feel like I belong to society, everybody else has to say that I belong. And when one person says you don't, it's like spending so much time overthinking that. Like, I don't want to rock the boat. I need people to like me. So you guys could have people-pleasing tendencies, okay? The reason we're talking about this right now, that doesn't feel like a blessing, right? Understanding that. Because that's the thing. That's what's highlighted in the reading at the center here is this card, right? So what's going on is that you guys are finally finding balance. This feels like you guys are coming into a place of understanding your energy versus everyone else. Okay, so it's like not taking on others' energy. Some of you guys may be very deep empaths. Others of you just may be affected by those around you who are very negative towards you or who don't believe in you. It's like hard for you to start something because people just don't encourage you from a very good place, right? And you guys are cutting yourself off from that and really coming to this terms of who am I when I'm not looking for others' approval, when I want to do what's good for me. Who am I? What does that mean? Right? And you guys are getting some sort of insight here. And it's like you guys are also cutting out people from your life who are very, very negative, who are very, very angry with you because you're you. It doesn't make sense, right? Why are you angry with me? Just that happens sometimes, guys. I wish there was a cut answer that says this is why people hate us. This is why people can't stand us. Who knows? Who knows what it is with us that we trigger in them that makes them feel so bad or whatever it is, or maybe they just don't like humans altogether, right? And I'm sorry for the glare right there. There, so you guys can see it. I apologize for the glare right there. I can't really change it. The sun has just come out to join us, so it's not my light. Like if I turn on my light, see? So yeah, but this is really dealing with this. This feels like you guys are really cutting yourself out of certain friend groups, okay? Certain connections as well. And the blessing here is truly understanding yourself on this deeper level, like where it's like you guys have given away so much. Like I was saying, this is like people-pleasing tendencies. Now you guys are trying to figure out, how do I please myself, right? Like, how do I come into this place of understanding what it is that I desire, what it is I like? Okay, like the moon really talks about a plumbing of the deep subconscious triggers that we have, and facing those triggers is not very friendly at all. Like, in fact, we just had the Leo full moon pass, and so this could be going on since the Leo full moon. If you guys are watching this on down the line, there could be a moon cycle that recently passed that is bringing in a lot of change for you, okay? But this Leo full moon brought in a lot of passionate change for us, and us wanting to self-express, right? Leo is all about that self-expression, ruled by the sun. The sun is our emotional ego and how we present ourselves to the world here. And with the moon being here, it's saying that that was hidden from you. It's like you didn't know how to express yourself to the world because you've been so busy trying to figure out how to please others. And so what's happening here is you guys are, it's like basically cutting out this belief. And you're now that you've let go of the belief, right? Like you've basically thrown this off. We'll move that off to the side here. Now there's a hole, right? There's this hole here. And now it's like, what do I fill this hole with? What do I put here? What do I do? Maybe that's art. Maybe that's music. Maybe that's drawing. Maybe that's playing an instrument. Maybe that is learning a new skill. Maybe that's finally going back to school. Maybe that is searching for a new position, finding new friends, getting involved in friend groups, social groups, right? That have like-minded individuals. Whatever it is, it's like now that's what the moon is saying. Your blessing coming in is that you're now looking to fill this space with love rather than with fear, which is what this was. Okay, this was fear coming in here for you, and now you're letting go of that fear. And so your first blessing that's coming to you is it's an act of self-love to fill the space and no longer needing people's approval for who you are. Yeah, this is a huge transformation for you, and you guys are learning how to find balance, stability, structure. You're like letting go of self-judgment. Sorry, I was just listening to it as I was pulling it away, but this is like energy of you guys letting go of self-judgment. Connecting with your heart chakra. You know, pink is the color of the heart chakra, so is green. And so you guys are connecting with your heart chakra here and letting that be a growth cycle for you. Learning what it... Look at these little hearts here. I didn't even see these little hearts before, but there's these little tiny hearts right here. I don't know if you guys can see them. Right there. These little hearts. It's like saying, I love myself, but what do I love, right? Like, what do I love? And then you have the whole moon cycle here. It's like you guys are completing this. This is something that you're not going to have to go back again. This is a karmic cycle that you guys are fully letting go of. So hold on just a second. I don't want my dogs to bark on the video. If one of them barks, they all three bark and it becomes really loud in here really quickly. So you guys did get 2 cards for the second blessing. So we'll see what's going on here. That's intriguing. This card came out in the first pile too. Okay. What did I just say? Like finding balance. There's this energy of not being balanced. So, okay. Self-judgment is on the way out. Now, it is a practice. You may have days where you judge yourself really harshly, and you may have other days where you're just like so in love with yourself. But what made you feel so stuck in life right now? Or these 2 cards, right? You guys have been grieving because you had to start something over. This could have been a love interest, a job, a situation, a new home. This could just be like feeling like no matter what you do in life, you're always getting thrown into this situation where you have to start over, begin again. It's like, or maybe you guys had an illness or there was some kind of sickness in the family and it just really like took things back for you. And now you're beginning again and it's really frustrating, right? Whatever the situation is, it made you feel stuck. Like this made you feel like you couldn't move forward. This made you feel like you were just in a place of grief, right? Like this is real grief coming through here, like sitting on the couch, depressed. And I feel like that's definitely an underlying thing that the collective is dealing with right now is the depression from last year. which makes sense after everything that has happened, you know, in 2023 as I'm recording this. The last few years have been very overwhelming, and when things finally settle down, it gives us a chance to really evaluate how we're feeling. And when we don't feel good, we don't want to dig deeper into that, and so we'll tend to be depressed for a while until we're ready to have the motivation to move on. And so you guys could have been having a food addiction. You guys could have had an alcohol addiction. This is some sort of addiction. This could be an addiction to being treated a certain way. But really, overall, what this is saying is there was a huge imbalance in your energy here, where it was like you guys were giving and you had nothing to give. And so it was feeding this feeling of being down and out, feeding this feeling of not feeling good enough, feeding this feeling of like, I can't do what I need to do. But yet, if you see, you're making progress here. It's like you're taking one step at a time. To me, there's this energy coming through, and I can hear some of you guys saying, this shouldn't have happened to me. Like, why do I hear that song right now by Simple Plan? How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run, but life moves on, I'm fading away. Like, that's the type of energy that I'm getting from you guys right now. It's Untitled. That song is Simple Plan Untitled, and that's what's coming through right now. It's like it's like you feel so depressed. I'm fading away from the world. Like, I have to like start again. I'm so like, there's nothing for me. It feels like everything I do is failing. And it's like this feeling has been taking over so much of your life. Like, it's like you can't do anything you want to do because it's been taking that over. And that's why with the 8 of Cups over here, the 8 of Hearts, it's like that energy of really coming into balance with yourself, maybe having support of a family or a friend here, but really connecting with that moon energy and your emotions. Like, now you're finally in a place where you can connect with them, where before you were so imbalanced and it was something you didn't want to deal with. And while you guys do that, you step up into this beautiful Queen of Clubs energy. This is like intuition and being motivated again and taking action and feeling very good about yourself. Like, you feel like you're on point, you're dressing all fly, like you guys have got it going on, and you feel like you have it going on finally. Like, you're no longer holding on to this energy, right? This could have been like I was saying, I got that energy at the beginning, like of stress eating or like feeling like maybe you gained weight and that made you depressed. And that's not going to be a factor anymore here. Like, you guys are going to be able to like lose the weight that you gained. And it's not even about losing it. It's like you guys are going to find something new about yourself to really enjoy. And as you enjoy this new part about yourself, you guys are going to come up into this very sexy, elegant, attractive energy. And not only that, like, you guys, the blessing you're getting is that you guys are going to feel attractive yourself. Okay, it's like you're not going to feel this imbalance. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, why is the weight of the world on my shoulders? You're going to be like, you know what? I had to go through that stuff so that I could get here. Like, your intuition is going to be on point. Some of you guys could be getting psychic gifts or opening up to your psychic gifts. Some of you guys could just be opening up to your natural gifts, like healing. I heard shaman, I heard Reiki. Like, this is very spiritual gifts from source you guys are opening up to. After this period of being closed off, now you're coming into a period where I can take action towards what makes me feel good. And as you take action towards what makes you feel good, you guys find that you have some innate gifts for things that you didn't really know, or maybe that you suspected, but now you actually have that physical confirmation of, you know. It's going to be very fiery, and it's going to take off. Like, this is going to take off. I can't say this is going to happen tomorrow, okay? But this is coming soon in a theaters near you. For real. We don't know if that's next month or 6 months from now, but the thing is that you guys are healing. Like, there's something that happened, or some kind of energetic shift around you that has happened that is helping you guys deal with some internal triggers. And as you deal with those triggers, you guys begin to blossom and let your light shine through. And the more you let your light shine through, the better you feel about yourself. Okay, my pup, she's dreaming. So if she barks or wolfs, that's what you guys are hearing. I was kind of worried because her breath was kind of weird. She has sometimes she has a hard time breathing, and it's her breed. And so if you guys hear snoring, she's a very loud snorer. So what's blessing number 3? Yeah. You guys have been surrounded by so much despair. Like maybe you guys, and I really apologize if this is something that you guys dealt with, is I feel like some of you guys are dealing with the grief of a loss of a loved one, maybe a broken heart. Some of you guys could be dealing with the loss of a job. Some of you guys could be dealing with the loss of friendship, of whatever. This is like a loss. Like you guys have dealt with a loss of something, and you guys have also felt guilty, like it was yours to fix, it was yours to deal with in the end. It was yours to somehow create a better way for, with the star in the reverse here, we're talking about hopelessness, guilt, despair, shame, feeling like you could have done something, but yet at the end of the day, you gave your all to the situation. You're only one person. You cannot show up for another person, no matter how hard we try. And it feels like there was somebody in your energy that was just either wanting your energy no matter what, or draining you. Like this is like being drained with the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Right? It's like being drained of your energy, being in a situation where somebody's very greedy with your money. This could have been somebody who drained your bank account. Why do I feel like this is some of the men that watch my channel are watching this pile, and you had a girlfriend or an ex who drained your bank account and left you with nothing? Like, it's just kind of like, did you wrong like that. For others, this could be, for my women out there, this could be an ex or a family member who kind of took you for granted and took a lot of money from you and left you in a really bad situation. Okay, it doesn't always have to be like that. Okay, I am seeing a car crash. Somebody could have lost somebody in a car crash. Somebody could have borrowed their car out and that person crashed their car. Yeah. I hear toll tickets. Someone might have toll tickets. Someone might have parking tickets, or there's a boot. I see a boot on a car. Something to do with like you have, it's like one of your biggest assets, like either your bank account or like your home. Maybe you lent out a room in your home and someone trashed it. This was like your car. You lent out your car, someone trashed it, or you lost someone in a car accident, or something tragic happened in a car accident, or someone, like I am seeing someone overdose. And gosh, there's so many things that are coming to me right now. This is a pretty intense pile too. I'm sorry, like I could keep going on. There's so much stuff coming through. I could keep going, but you guys understand, like this is like something that's very tragic that has left you guys feeling like if there was a bottom, you were like 100 levels below the bottom. Like that's what it feels like. And it's like you guys are trying to claw your way back up, and you've been trying to claw your way back up for a long time. And it's just been surrounding. It's like this is you guys cleaning out cycles. You guys didn't have trust in what you were doing or trust in what was happening. It's like this is like the why me type energy. It's not like throwing a pity party. It's just kind of like it could be considered that. This is a very human response when life gets really ugly, right? It's like we're like, why does this always happen? Like that song I was saying, why does this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, right? Got nowhere to run, but life goes on as I'm drifting away. Like it's like I'm the one drifting away. It feels like I'm the only one that's dealing with these problems. I'm the one that's dealing with this heartbreak. No one else seems to have it as bad as I do. Like that's the type of energy I'm getting with these two cards. This is something you guys have dealt with. And what's the blessing? A new beginning. Yeah, okay, so look, we have, this is insane. We have, these two cards came out in the first pile, but the opposite, right? This card was the Ace of Coins, and this card was the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands was in reverse, and the Ace of Coins was in the upright. I don't read these in reversals, okay? Here's the deal. You guys are finding a newfound, this is strength. Okay, this card, the Ace of Spades, depicts strength here. This Lion, it's like you guys are finding your voice again. and you're taking it and you're running with it. It's like, forget having a creative endeavor. This is like learning how to rely on your internal strength. This is your blessing. Your blessing is seeing you for the strong being that you are. No longer feeling like, why does this happen to me? But seeing like, all this stuff happened to me. And I agree and I accept that. I can't change it. But then also taking a look at, wow, I must be one strong MFer to deal with all that and to still make it out alive. Right? Like, that's the energy that's coming with this card. It's like, I am on a different level. If everybody else had a piece of cake that was made of, I don't know, dirt, I had the whole cake that was made of dirt, and I still ate it with a smile on my face. These are some really weird analogies that are coming through. I apologize, but that's what's coming in. So that's what it is. It's like, you guys are realizing how strong you are, and from that, now that you guys are healing an emotional wound, you guys are feeling really good about yourself, right? And now you guys are finding the strength to be who you truly are in the world. You guys are becoming an inspiration. This makes me feel like you guys are becoming a leader of some sorts. You guys could be helping others overcome hardships as well. You guys could just be a leader in your own family. Like, you could be a leader in a job now. Like, you could be getting a new position that's making more money. Whatever this is, though, it's very big. Okay, I actually want to get one more card out on it from this deck. Can I please have a clarifying card for this Ace of Clubs for pile number 3? Just one card, source. Thank you. Okay, do you not want me to have that card or what? It's this one. I'm going to hold that out because that was the card. Yeah. Justice. This is seeing things from a whole new place. This is seeing things in a whole different light. What once was keeping you held and shackled is no longer keeping you shackled. It's like this has weighed on your mind for so long, you're realizing that your mind is what has kept you stuck. The 10 of Hearts on the bottom. This is sheer happiness coming in. You're changing your fortune. And this card, look at that. That card didn't want to come out, but it did come out with this, the 8 of Spades. Right? This is new love. Love for self. Like, you guys are bringing in a lot of beautiful energy here. I love that. Let's get some oracles out on it. See what your oracles say. Now, keep in mind, the oracles could be confirmation. If you guys watched any of my other readings, they're confirmation of what's been going on in the reading. They're also advice. They could just be messages. Whatever it is that chooses to come out will come out. So, source, can we get some oracles on it for pile number 3? Okay, thank you. Can we get some oracles on it for pile... Wow, okay, those all want to come out? Okay, actually, I'm going to put these right here. We'll check them out in a minute because this whole group came out. Fearing the unknown was on the bottom. I don't really want to talk too much about it because you guys got a whole grip of cards. So, but that's just something that is coming through. Like, that's been hard for you guys because it's like the past has been so hard that the future feels like it's just going to be a repeat of the past, right? Like, you're going to start over and have to deal with the past once again, right? Okay, let's get another one. Yeah, I thought it was that one. I felt it. I felt it. Okay, I felt it. Look, holding on to the past doesn't always help you for the future. What did I just say? Holy moly. With number 4 coming out, 40... Structure, strength, stability coming in. I cannot make this stuff up. That is such a trip. I love it. Wow, thank you, source. Thank you for that. On the bottom here, we have fierceness, Wolverine with 5. 5 is all that uncomfortable change that we don't want to deal with. You guys are finding an inner warrior, especially with this Ace of Clubs coming in. You guys are connecting with your inner warrior. You guys might want to check out where your Mars is located or what sign is in your Mars. If your Mars is in a house, whatever. Everybody's astrological chart is very different. So, but you guys you might want to research what Mars is for you in your chart. crystals, focus. You guys are finding new focus in your journey. Also with the amethyst here, you guys are connecting with a new higher level of power within yourself. This is you guys connecting with source and being open to those psychic gifts that you have, or those innate gifts that were given at birth. You guys are reconnecting with them again. That could be healing animals. I do get the sense that you guys have cats around you, or when cats show up, that is definitely a sign for you guys. So cats are all about connecting with our intuition. We have 7th house, and that's profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. This is what's changing for you. Okay? So you guys are going to have new kind of romantic relationships in your life. It's going to be pretty profound. Let's get some more oracles. I just want this last one, and then we'll get some channeled messages. We'll check out your oracle, and we'll see what's up. It's been a pretty profound reading. That's the one. I felt it. I felt it sticking out right there. It's a pick me. Pick me. I'm the one. Simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you with number 5 again. So 5 is a power number for you guys. Again, that uncomfortable change. Trust me, what has come out on your guys' reading, it does not surprise me that 5 is a power number for you guys, because 5 is not a fun number to be in when we're on our journey, but it's necessary. It's a necessary part of the journey. Okay, so we have stop, rest, and reassess where you are going. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Make sure you guys have time to understand what journey you want to be on, what it is you want to have come next. Hummingbird, messages from source that you are healing. And we had that come out here with the moon card, right? You guys are healing something that's emotional. That's beautiful. Dog. Unconditional love, loyalty, and protection. So you guys are either opening up to new friendships, new love relationships, or new soul tribe energy. This could also be some of you guys getting an animal, a cat, a dog, something that's going to bring unconditional love into your life. Ultimately, though, this means that you guys are connecting with a new part of yourself, and you guys are becoming a loyal follower of your true path. I never wanted to hurt you. Yeah, I did. Can you ever forgive me? I feel like this is that person coming in that they borrowed your car, whatever it was, and they're just kind of like, wow, I'm sorry. You know, whoever that person is that hurt you, like, they're sorry. And forgiveness is the only way to experience freedom in life. So just keep that in mind. I can't say that you have to forgive them. I would say it is wise to forgive others, because if we don't forgive others, we end up hurting ourselves, okay? So we have, look, guys, I cannot, do you see the number? 5. I cannot make this stuff up. And you can't read these cards through the back when they're all together. Like, now these, I don't have numbers on them. I can't actually read them, but you can see kind of the words. Like, I can't actually read them, but you see like the words on there sometimes, or like what is it? The bleeding hearts. Why am I saying that? Okay. The marker bled, but I can't, when they come out, they come out. So, but this one, it says, don't get discouraged. It is often the last key on the ring that opens the lock. That goes hand in hand with everything we've been talking about. Number 5. Number 42, which is 5 and 6 coming out together. Before a breakthrough, you go through a breakdown. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. This is so crazy. These synchronicities are off the chain. All right, let's see what we got coming out here. We have number 43, which is 7, 5, 6, and 7. We have creation snake. Yeah, you guys are going to come up into a new creative time frame. Things are going to be easier for you. You guys are going to find some new stuff to do in your life. You guys are going to be inspired to do something. You guys are connecting with your inner heart and rooting what your desires are in this physical world, even if it takes time. You guys are reconnecting with the pureness of your heart. This is crazy. Summer solstice radiance. This is letting your inner light shine. You guys might be here from pile 1, and if you are, this is just a confirmation for what you heard, okay? So, and if you guys resonated with pile 1, you're more than welcome to check it out. It is not a requirement. Saturn. feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, learning hard work and patience. What did I say? It might take a while to get where you want to go, but you guys are getting there. And this card is so resonant with what you guys have experienced. Saturn's a tough planet. Okay, like Saturn is like the tough love teacher, the one that basically puts us through the ringer and brings us back again, and we learn all the valuable lessons that we need. But you guys are learning wisdom here, okay? And it hurts, it's uncomfortable, it's the things we don't want to deal with. But we've seen that through the whole reading, right? But you guys are coming out stronger than you've ever been in your life, and now you guys are learning how to do things with a patient heart and to work hard for what you want. Number 15, which is 6. 6 is all about balance and seeing yourself through the eyes of the divine. We have practiced compassion, see things from a fresh perspective. That is what Saturn is teaching you guys, to see things from a fresh perspective. Some of you guys are absolutely from pile number 1. You maybe wanted more confirmation on what was going on, and I can't make it up, guys. Like, some of you guys, there's a lot of similarities between the two piles, so... And that's okay. It doesn't mean that all the messages are going to relate for both of you guys. And that's fine, right? That's fine. It's just that's what's coming out. That's a trip. So let's get some channeled messages on it. Source, give us some new channeled messages, please. Wow, I'm not trying to burn down the house with those. One more. Okay. This one wants to be open first. We have love is the reason. So why are you guys going through this stuff? There you go. Because of love. Because at your soul's, like the soul of your being, you want love. You want unconditional love. And you guys are working towards that. And the people who are meant to love on this planet, we oftentimes go through the most horrific tests. And why is that? So that we can come out with our heart of gold still intact. Like, you guys have been through the ringer and you still are kind, compassionate people. That's really hard to accomplish. We have don't put off until tomorrow what need be done today. Yeah, so there's something that's being inspired to you guys, and it's saying just go and do it. Go do it now. Stop kidding yourself. So there's something that you guys are lying to yourself about, and they're saying stop kidding yourself. Don't lie to yourself about this anymore. Like, this could be feeling a certain way. This could be somebody that's in your life. It's any amount of things coming through, but don't kid yourself anymore. You need to learn to be honest with yourself, because it's only through honesty and true honesty with ourselves that we can be honest with others. Yeah, you guys are upon a breakthrough. You're about to come through. Sometimes we have to break down before we break through. Yeah, these are some similar messages. Ancient wisdom. You guys are learning something that's going to help you guys in the future. You guys are learning some deep wisdom. This is like learning something that maybe has been locked up until now because you had to go through all these struggles, right? Because you had to experience what it was to really struggle in life. It feels cruel. Why do I hear that? You gotta be cruel to be kind, in the right measure. Cruel to be kind, it's a very good sign. But like, it's a very good sign. Cruel to be kind is a very good sign, because it's like you guys had to go through these cruel situations that feel very like, why did I have to deal with this? It's because you guys are here for a greater purpose, and you guys are helping to raise the vibration of the world, and that's not an easy feat. That's not for the lighthearted. So for those of you that this resonates with, just know that you guys are here for a huge purpose, and sometimes that purpose feels like a burden. You are becoming the truth of unconditional love. What was I saying, guys? I can't make this stuff up. This is so phenomenal. Let's check out what your card was that you guys chose. Yeah, the word wants to be written with all these beautiful butterflies. You guys are connecting with your third eye. What I was saying, those psychic gifts are coming through a huge transformation. But if you see, she's crying, right? She's cried a lot. Look at her makeup is all smeared down her face. It's like you guys had to go through the pain in order to connect with a greater being, a greater power, something outside of ourselves that's actually not outside of ourselves, that's within ourselves. Right? But it feels outside of us sometimes. This is connecting with that higher intuition. So if you guys don't believe in anything, that's fine. We all have higher intuition. But if you guys are believing in source, the universe, spirit, God, whatever it is that you believe in, this is that connection with that divine energy. It says you might have been taught that creativity is something you have to work hard to access, or that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it. Yet, what you are is within you and wants to come out at every available opportunity. You don't have to struggle so much. It is more about allowing space for it to manifest and let the energy flow. The real struggle is not in finding something. It is more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. You see, the process of activating your life path is a natural one. The effort is in getting out of the way, not making something happen. As for being yourself, that is the foundation from which your true life path will reveal itself. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love, honor, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might be more tempted to reject and judge. Give the sacred rebel within the opportunity to decide your values, irrespective of whether they meet with general societal acceptance. This oracle brings you the message that what you are dreaming of or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural to you. That is why you want to do it. If you experienced controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at the time. You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. And that's also in this now moment too. When you finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path was not easily accessible. That is simply because your true and natural self was covered by layers of shame from early conditioning that you had to be other than you are in order to win love or be accepted. And that goes so hand in hand with everything we've talked about. I felt like you guys were people pleasers. Definitely a lot of guilt and shame coming through, feeling like it was your burden to carry all of this and fix it. And really it's not. You're learning that. It says here, however, the natural self isn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now it is just about chipping away at the walls of shame, perhaps with a defiant, who the hell cares? I am here and I am going to love myself anyway. This allows you to risk bearing the feelings of any shame that arise as you release old emotional wounds and break away from any restraints to unconditional self-love. I'm going to leave it there because that is so synchronistic with your reading, guys. I loved it. I'm giving you guys a huge energetic hug. My prayer over this is over you guys. This is my prayer over you guys, is that you find your truth. May you always stand in your truth. And may you open your heart to yourself. Because you've opened your heart to so many. It's been broken so many times that now you're in a place where the person and the one who needs your heart the most is you. And may you always find the courage to give that heart back to yourself. With this energetic hug I send to you guys, as these words are spoken over you, pile 2, so shall they be. Amen, aho, asay. I love you guys. I'm going to leave your reading here. If it resonated, hit that thumbs up button down below. You guys are welcome to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. For the time being, where I'm at, I will try to answer you guys. If I don't have time or if it gets too overwhelming, just know I do read them anyways. So I really love hearing from you guys. Also set the notification bell so you know when the next reading does go live. And with that being said, until the next reading, guys, stay human. Bye. Welcome, my fellow humans that chose pile number 3. This is for those of you that chose this beautiful starfish right here that I got when I was at Myrtle Beach from someone who was a pro at finding them. Or sand dollar? I don't know. Yeah, sand dollar. Did I say starfish? So starfish, that's interesting. I was like, wait, this isn't a starfish. This is a sand dollar. Okay, like, let's be real. So starfish, why I said starfish, that means that may resonate with some of you, or that's your totem animal, or that is your guys' power animal. Okay, this is going to be what 3 blessings are coming to you. Just because of the way the first 2 readings went, I just want to put out a small disclaimer. This could be very triggering. It's not that the blessings aren't good. The blessings are really good, but we're kind of talking about what it is that you may be experiencing and what is coming because of that experience, okay? And remember, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. And if they do resonate with you, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up button. If you guys hear sounds, that's my dogs. I have 3 of them, so they are trying to eat right now, so and they make noise. All right. And leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. If I don't answer them all, I will for the time being try to answer as many as I can. But when it gets overwhelming, I just know that I do read them. And I really appreciate your guys' time and energy. And the more you interact with the channel, the easier it is for me to connect with your energy to get you out more resonating readings. Okay, so Source, for my fellow humans, I chose pile number 3. What are the 3 blessings that are coming into their life? What are the 3 blessings that are coming into their life for my pile number 3s? Okay, thank you. 3 blessings for my pile number 3s. I keep hearing Pisces. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but I keep hearing and getting the feeling of a Pisces energy is entering in your life. You guys could be Pisces, but maybe somebody that's Piscean is coming into your life or has Pisces very strongly in their chart. Oh, so I'm going to do 3 piles. I totally didn't even tell you guys. I'm going to draw 1 card from each of the tarot decks that I have and 3 different piles. So what are the 3 blessings that are coming in for pile number 3? I feel like sometimes you guys are very discombobulated. Like, you're really good at everything you do. You guys tackle what needs to be tackled. But I do feel like there's this energy coming through where you may have some issues where sometimes you just feel so confused about what it is that you're trying to do or what's next. It's not a bad feeling or anything like that. It's just sometimes you're just like, whoa, I don't know what's coming next. Like, hopefully I'll just go with the flow. Like, I feel like you guys definitely try to go with the flow. And, yeah. Clumsy is coming through as well. So, you guys are getting channeled messages like crazy. I just brought my dogs in from outside and I just was standing outside in the sun. And so I feel like I was like totally reconnected with Source and my higher vibration while I was outside, getting rid of the energy from the other 2 readings. And you know, it's like now I'm coming into your reading and there's all these channeled messages coming in. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 3, Source? Wow, cards are flying. And if we need clarification, I will get some for you guys on the reading. That's if it needs to come out. What 3 blessings are coming in for pile number 3? So I feel like because I was telling you guys I was out in the sun, I feel like you guys definitely need to get out into nature more often, or just sitting in the sun, or, you know, like finding time to really enjoy maybe a walk or a hike wherever you're at in the fields. I see like a field of just like wheat or hay. You know, I know it's not really the season for it, but maybe some of you guys are watching this in the summertime and it's like you need to get out where there's like tall grass, where the tall grass grows. That's what I hear right now, where the tall grass grows. Or maybe you guys just have an area in your neighborhood where there's always tall grass in the summer and you just always feel drawn to that, and there's a reason that you guys need to go there. So we're going to move these 2 out of the way. Okay, we're going to find out what this one says first. Wow, if I can pick it up. So what 3 blessings are coming in? What's the first blessing coming in for pile number 3? And don't trip, chocolate chip. If you get a reversal, it's okay. Okay, so we have Strength reversed. We have the Knight of Swords. I can't with you guys. I'm done. I'm about to throw in the towel. This is so crazy. I didn't know what that card was. So this is the 9 of Clubs depicted by the sun. Okay, like, and what was I talking about? Being out in the sun. And here we have the sun card flew out for you guys on the first blessing. Some sheer happiness. Here's the deal. You guys are dealing with some repressed emotions and memories and feelings and experiences, things that have kind of been really hard for you to deal with. So, again, I did say that trigger alert. I do want to say I am getting that some of you guys may have dealt with some type of sexual abuse early on in life. Okay, that's not going to resonate with everybody, but that is something that just came through for me right now. Some type of sexual abuse. Some of you guys, why do I see a dark basement? Like, I see there's like a dark basement that I don't want to be in, but I see it and I'm in it and it's uncomfortable. Like I feel like my heart is in my throat. Ooh, it's a weird feeling. Okay, that was really strong. Maybe you guys felt like you had a haunted basement, or you did have a haunted basement and you forgot about it, and that's something that you repressed, and now this is like, with these two cards, okay, with these two cards together, this is like you guys rushing in to face these repressed emotions. Like, you're not going to let them get the better of you. You guys could deal with feelings of neglect or abandonment or just an innate fear. Like when the lights go out, I hear things that go bump in the night. So maybe it feels like there's a lot of activity where you're at night when the lights are out, and you're like really afraid, and you're like wondering, why the heck am I so afraid? Like, you know, the house is moving, or the foundation is just shifting, or whatever. And it's like you're trying to tell yourself these things that make sense, but there's like this underlying fear, like, I got to get under the covers and cover my head. Like, that's the type of fear of repression here that I'm feeling, okay? Like, things that are haunted, things that don't feel good, okay? Things that feel icky. And it's like that fear is something from your childhood. It's at least from the past. And that, so when you look at the lion here, the lion is actually in the headspace when it's in the reverse, right? And it's like that lion becomes the demon of your dreams. It becomes a demon of the subconscious, and it's like running rampant in your subconscious. And so with this Knight of Swords here, what's happening is you guys are facing that. And the result of that, the blessing that's coming here with the Nine of Clubs, depicting the sun, is letting go of the fight and letting the sunlight in. It's like shedding light on what once hurt, and realizing that while it hurt or it was scary when it happened way back when, and that was the only way you had to protect yourself, now you're an adult and you're the one that's in charge. And because of that, you guys are finding a newfound happiness. So like, if this is like hauntings in your life, okay, like this is why this is so random, but if this is like dealing with hauntings, maybe you're shedding light on the fact that you guys are psychic mediums. Or maybe you guys are shedding light on the fact that you like to ghost hunt. Or maybe you guys are shedding light on the fact that you enjoy the nighttime and there was nothing to be afraid of, and now you guys turn into a night owl and your schedule just totally works better for you, but before you didn't want to because there's like this fear. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and that's just, I know that feels so specific. It is very specific, but it can relate to anything. If you guys had sexual abuse as a child and you've kept yourself from getting involved, like fear of commitment or getting involved too deeply with someone, or say you've always been promiscuous or anything, like you're actually tackling that fear head on and you're learning how to be the light in your life. Why do I hear that song? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Right? Wow, that was a weird note, but okay, whatever. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm human too, okay? Give me a break. Anyways, this is that energy of you guys becoming your own source of light. Like, you're no longer letting the fear, the inner demons, control you. You are becoming the sense of strength in your life. And this is like you guys demolishing and abolishing things that have kept you fearing what's in your life, fearing who you are, closing off your heart to things that matter. And then with the sun, this is also saying that you guys are now embracing your inner will. Like, you know, the sun is connected to our sacral chakra, and that is where our power, our innate power comes from, our inner will, our courage comes from. And that's what you guys are connecting with. And it's like being okay with whatever comes with that. Like, you guys aren't going to be afraid anymore. Or if there is a little bit of fear that comes with it, like, you guys with this Knight of Swords right here, like, look at how he's charging in, sword bared, like, look, I'm gonna fight you down. If you come up, it's like, even if the fear does arise, you're just ready to face it. Like, this is like a whole new chapter for you in life where you guys are going to be blessed because you guys are taking things seriously and what you want, your dreams, seriously, you know. And the solar plexus, Manipura, is where our soul, the seed of our soul sits, right? And so that's connecting with our power and our purpose. And so it's like you guys are connecting with your path of purpose and completing a cycle. This is like letting go of a cycle and letting yourself spiritually grow. That one was so straightforward. So straightforward for you guys. What's blessing number 2? What did I just say? Like, some of you guys had a fear of commitment, and we have the Pope coming out in the reverse, and a very rudimentary meaning of the Pope in reverse is fear of commitment. That's crazy. So we do have this continuation, but that means there's something else that's coming. Look, oh, yes, okay. You guys could have had a very scary father figure in your life. Someone who is, like, when I say scary, okay, like, I don't mean someone who's abusive. And some of you guys may, again, that abuse may be coming through, okay, like I was saying. And again, I'm not trying to trigger you guys, but it's through our triggers we heal. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that. If you feel triggered, remember that is a place and an opportunity for you guys to heal, to look into self. It's not someone who's causing that. It's happening for you guys to understand yourselves, okay? It's not easy. It is simple, but it's not easy, okay? And I understand that. But what this is saying with the Pope here and the Four of Cups, you know, the Four of Cups is showing emotional stability within the home system, within your home. It's connected with Cancerian energy here, which is the home. And so you have this home energy where you guys are learning how to blossom and let go of things that were once overwhelming for you. That, you know, this could have been a very religious figurehead that you had in your family that really, like, put religion above family. And it's like, what I'm saying is, like, that's not necessarily a terrible thing, okay? Like, I put my spirituality first because that's something for me. But when it becomes a situation where, like, you have something that, okay, here we go. Thank you, Source. Thank you for that. Okay. Some of you guys may belong to the LGBT community. Okay, and this is what it's saying. It's like their judgment from religion became the all in the family and disowned those of you guys that may belong to the LGBT community. That type of putting it first. Like, I'm always going to put my religion first, my belief first, above everything, even if it hurts the people I love the most. Right? Like, that is it. It's like you either believe how I believe or I'm not going to love you. This is a very conditional type of love coming through with this Pope in reverse. And that's just an example. This could have been, maybe you chose to go to a different religion, right? Maybe you chose to experience something else in life. But because it wasn't what was in the family home, right, it broke stability. And one of the blessings, before we even get into this, I don't even know what this card is, but before we get into that, what's one of the blessings coming is you guys are learning to find stability in your spiritual journey, right? It's like, despite how scary it was, or despite how so I hear bureaucratic coming through, but it's like there was no diplomacy in the home when it came to belief, right? To the way that the household was run, to who was the figurehead in your home, to the way that things had to be. It's like you guys could have grown up in a very strict home or very strict environment. I do hear foster parents coming through here. A very different belief system here. So it was like when you were growing up, there was somebody in your life that had a very different belief system than you had. I feel like you were more like a go with the flow. Like, let me see what I feel, what feels good to me. And because of that, now you guys have opened up your heart to a new experience in your life, and that feels good for you guys. And it's also bringing up this trigger from the past And in that, you guys are learning that, you know what, that was their right to believe that way. And I feel like there's a sense of forgiveness coming as well here, saying that even if this person judged you for being you, you're realizing it's more important for you to be an expression, a full expression of yourself, the most authentic being you can be, because living like this person told you was the only way you could live was making you miserable and upset and just, yeah, and so unhappy. Look at this Ace of Cups. And I feel like now there's a sense of lessening here with this person. This could even just be a situation, you know, like maybe a school situation where you weren't accepted, or maybe a friend group or siblings, or people. This feels like people around you, right? Depicting a person, but this definitely feels like people around you. People always putting their hand in your business, always wanting to know what was going on with you, trying to reach for secrets and gossip from you or about you, right? Like whatever this is like people surrounding you. And now, as you become your most authentic self, it like lessens that restriction around you. And people are now coming to you and they're like, wow, like you're such an amazing person. You're so phenomenal. You guys are going to invite new loving relationships into your life that are going to be abundant. And look, I never even noticed this little fish down here. Fish are like a symbol of prosperity. Like they're going to be prosperous and long-lasting relationships, and they're going to be fully accepting of you because your cup is overflowing. Your cup is overflowing now, and you're not worried about how people see you. And in that, it's like you guys invite in the people who are meant to be in your life. This is Soul Tribe coming. What a huge blessing for you, Pile 3. This is Soul Tribe coming to you guys, and it is all because you found this okay. This being okay with yourself and accepting yourself. I am different and I embrace my differences, and that's what makes me me. And if someone can't be okay with my differences, then I don't have to hold any grudges over them. I just have to let them be who they are. And I have to go be me, and I have to be okay with that. And you're learning how to love. This feels like unconditional love. Like this feels like acceptance of yourself, and in turn acceptance of all others where they're at. So maybe if you find where you're feeling hurt feelings towards someone in your life, or feeling judgment towards someone in your life, soon that will change, as long as you continue to accept yourself and love yourself and find good things about yourself, and not beating yourself up for the quote unquote human things that we do, because we're all human. But the more you do that, you guys are going to have this unconditional love flowing in your life. And as you guys accept yourself, you become so accepting of where everyone is, whether this is a father figure, a family member. This feels like a patriarchal head figure in your life, okay? Like, I'm just saying, like, that's the energy that's coming through here. But that might not be true for all of you guys. This could be a mother, it could be an auntie, this could be just a friend down the street, this could be a school system, whatever it was, you just always felt ostracized because of the system, and now you guys are finding balance. And because of that, you guys are learning to accept where others are, and understanding that I can love everyone even if I have to love them from a distance. And that's okay. That doesn't affect me as a person. That means I get to show up as myself always and be in this beautiful place. I love your guys' readings so far. I loved all these readings, but your guys' reading is really, like, there's a lot going on. But the blessings you guys have coming, like you guys being your own sunshine, this beautiful happiness that's coming into your life, like this feels like inner happiness, and then unconditional love. Like, these are such wonderful blessings. Of course, we all want monetary blessings, but we have to remember that monetary blessings are not the only blessings in life, okay? So for the third blessing, yeah, this makes sense. I'm going to wait to turn this over. I'm going to talk about these. You guys have had partnerships, love relationships, friendships in the past that haven't worked out for you guys. Repeat, fail relationships. Like, let's be real about the Six of Cups in reverse. My Six of Cups talks about failed relationships. It's just where once you gave from an empty cup, all you could get were people who had empty cup because they mirror us, right? You look at this, looks like it could be a mirror, and you're mirroring each other. Like, no matter where you went, it was like a mirror of you, and it was like learning that this isn't working for you. There's no balance in the situation. There was no peace. There was no harmony. A lot of arguments, a lot of disputes is what I'm hearing. And with the Knight of Coins in the reverse, this talks about not taking yourself seriously, not embodying your truth, not grounding yourself in this realm. It's like the idea that the past is what made you who you are, and that that's how the future would always be. And that it was like those hurts from the past, those upsets from the past is what made you take action towards the future. And it caused a lot of rifts in your life, whether that was with yourself or with other people. It caused a lot of rifts in your life. And so this situation here was the only thing that you had on your mind for a long time. And this doesn't necessarily mean our conscious mind. This could be our subconscious. It's a belief that actually molded what you were seeing in the physical realm, right? Because our creations come from our subconscious thoughts and our subconscious beliefs, like what we believe on a deep, deep level in our heart of hearts. And most of the time that belief is really actually subconscious because we tell ourselves it so much and then we let it go and we don't think about it, that it gets rooted into the core of who we are. And then our life becomes that, right? And so that's what happened here. It's like your life became this idea of always having failed relationships. Like you could have been the one in your life that said you were always going to be alone because nobody was going to marry you. Or you could have said that I'm always got to go it alone because no one can help me, or what have you. It's just this feeling of always being in a situation where it's like, oh, I'll have a friend, but they're only going to stay for like, a couple of months, or I'll get a work friend and they'll just be there until I leave the job or until they leave the job, and then we'll never talk to each other again. Like this feels so much like relationship situations and circumstances. And, it's like you guys had this underlying belief that was coming through here. Yeah, we have the Seven of Coins, or excuse me, the Seven of Diamonds also depicted the star. New hope. What was I saying here? Like you have soul tribe coming in, and this is like actually a repeat blessing for you guys, but it's like that's what's coming. So for some of you guys, this could be soul tribe, but this could be a love relationship. On the other hand, this could just be new hope in people, like realizing that what you believed as people were, it's like that's not the case. I want to get one more card on this. Source, may I please have one more card to clarify the star card that came out? Yeah, wow, that flew out. Did you guys see that? Yeah. This is like wealth beyond belief. Like you guys are going to learn how to give to yourself in such a way that you bring in financial abundance, loving abundance. You guys bring in emotional abundance. You guys bring in mental abundance. Like this is overall abundance that's coming into your life with the Seven of Diamonds and the Queen of Diamonds here. Like this is a strong place. It's like your relationships had a huge effect on your finances. Your relationships actually had a huge effect on every aspect of your life. It wasn't your relationships, more or less, it was this belief that you had inside that said that I'm not good enough for what I desire. But look, we already had the sun come out, and if you see this coin that she's holding, it's like right in front of her solar plexus. This is learning how to be abundant from within, and it like happens out in the outer realm so fast. Like this feels like once you find that internal abundance, it's just kind of be mirrored like that. Like when the deep belief that you had of this, you're just kind of like, you know what, how I felt, it was valid. I could see why I felt that way, and I embrace who I was in that time, and I embrace who I am now, knowing that now is now, and that's different than the past, and my future doesn't have to reflect my past. And when you guys come into that knowing, you guys bring in everything. you blossom and you shine, and people are going to see you glow up. You guys could actually become stars, famous. Like the star, this is Aquarian energy, and that has to do with fame, wishes, hopes, and dreams, right? Like you guys could become famous here with the star and the Queen of Coins. Like there's going to be something, maybe you guys have had a platform and it's always failed, and then all of a sudden you did some like internal work here, and then now people are like noticing you. Or maybe you guys have always done things like, you guys have, why do I hear podcasts? Okay, like maybe you guys had a podcast, or you guys have some sort of, yeah, it's like a platform. Like you guys have a platform where you talk to people, and it's like you want to get your word out because you know you have something that's valuable, but it just always seemed like it failed, and you're like, well, this is just my life. Like I'm never going to be doing anything that makes me money because what I'm passionate about, it just seems like it fails like everything else in my life. But this is like an old belief that you guys face head on, and you guys could be doing this now. Like this feels very present, okay? Like I'm just telling you guys, this feels very present. My right ear is itching, so yeah, this feels very present in this moment that you guys are facing it now, or this is something that's coming very quickly here, very soon. Connection with your third eye coming through here. Understanding what you want, knowing who you are. And seeing the diamond that you are. You're a diamond in the rough, and you just never gave yourself a chance to express that. And now that you do, it's like people see you for this. Look at this Queen of Diamonds here. Like how beautiful she is. She's all covered in these plants and tattoos. It's like, you know, it's this beautiful energy that's just surrounding her. Like people find peace in your energy. They always have, but now more so because you're not like begging for their attention, or you're not begging for them to like you. You're not begging for them to be a part of your life. Or you're also, if you were never begging for people to be a part of your life, which for some of you guys, I feel you weren't, you're not stuck in this energy anymore. Like, oh, they're just gonna be a short-term person and then they're gonna leave. Like you're just gonna let things play out. It's like, rather than me judging the situation, let me just see what happens. Let's get some oracles out for you, pile 3. Please have some oracle cards on it. Now, the oracle cards can confirm what we went over in the reading. They can be messages for you, and they can also be guidance. So I ask that you guys be open to what comes out, as there's, you know, they're all over the board. As you guys have probably watched me, you know that the oracle cards are just pretty confirming of the reading. They want the old unchanged you. Yeah, so there's someone in your energy that wants that old unchanged you. I feel like it could be that Pope that's in reverse doesn't want you to change, right? They were very controlling energy in your life for a long time, and now they don't have control like they had before, and they want you to go back to that old energy. And, you know, flash, what's been seen cannot be unseen, okay? Especially with the spiritual journey or the self-love journey, okay? It doesn't even have to be spiritual. This could just be the self-love journey, the understanding of self, right? What was once seen cannot be unseen any longer. The past is with us all, whether we like it or not. Number 38. This is 12. Perspective. Okay, the thing is there's some, well, we've talked about that. The past has followed you through this reading. Something from the past, repressed emotions, seeing past relationships that have failed and feeling like that's going to come into the future. Seeing someone or some controlling entity from your past and saying like that was overbearing and having to heal from that. Like you guys are on a massive healing journey. Whether that's conscious or subconscious, it's like all this is preordained, right? Like whether you chose to heal or not, like there's some kind of healing that's coming to you. It's like time for your awakening. That's all I keep hearing. It's time for your awakening, time for the initiation. And another thing to keep in mind with initiations is just like spiritual growth and ascension, it doesn't happen just once. We have number 22, a power number coming through with Sacred Ibis, and this is learning. Yeah, you guys are learning something new. Like, look at this door. Your enlightenment, ascension. You guys are going to a new place in your life. It's like this is preordained. It's kind of like basically you went around your life. What's that? It kind of reminds me of like that's kind of how you went through your life. It's kind of depressing, but it was just like kind of plodding along. Like here we go. And then all of a sudden you came upon this door and it's kind of like, huh, what is that door? Why is there a light there? Let me see. And you walk through it and it was all planned, whether you chose to or not. Like, this is what's happening. And it's like, there's what has been seen cannot be unseen. It was like you were ready to see what you needed to see so you could move to the next aspect of your life. And that's what's coming. What a huge blessing. Yeah, dream time, creation. Yeah, you guys are about to create something very unique in your life. Whether that's the whole of your life and becoming the ultimate co-creators in your life, or whether that could be relationships, a family, that could be anything. You guys are about to create something. You're singing it into life. Wow, okay. How many do we have here? I'll take that one. We'll check these two out since they fell over, but we'll put them on the bottom. Okay, so we have house 9, spiritual growth. Makes sense, right? House 5, passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. This is the house that rules Leo, right? That sun energy coming through. And then we had house 12, which was on the bottom. It's spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial services, and healing. Guys, it can't be more clear than this. Like, you guys are healing and growing spiritually. It's like, planned on it or not, it's like basically your soul said, okay, this and this has happened, so now it's time for this to happen. Here we go. Please keep your arms and hands inside the magic carpet at all times. Number 26, new love. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work, prospects, or for spiritual growth. Something's coming like the shooting star. It's like basically falling right into your hands. Like, there is no, like, you guys are clearing out karmic energy, whether it's by choice or not. Like, I feel like some of you guys are like, I don't know how to clear out spiritual energy. And I feel like others of you are like, yep, this has been a long time coming. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it was or it wasn't, like, by your choice. It's just, this is where you're at. And you guys have taken the exact journey that you need to take to get here. Stop, rest, and reassess where you are going. Yeah, so it's just important to make sure you guys rest. I feel like right now there's a huge spiritual ascension upon you, and just knowing that if you need to rest, don't force your body to do something or go somewhere or be something that it's not ready to be in this moment. Like, it's okay to take a rest. Feeling as though there is no way out. This is how you guys have felt for a while. This confirms the energy that I was getting earlier about, like, oh, this is how relationships are going to be. This is how I'm always going to feel like that. And that's not the case. You're finding a way out. We have number 41. Only the most broken people can make the greatest leaders. Yeah, you guys are about to become something. What was I saying? Like the star. Like, you guys are about to be famous and, you know, be out there in front of people. Like, whether people, like, know it or not, or whether that was what you wanted, it's just something that's about to happen. You're about to become this huge leader in your community. And we have number 27. Resentment will persist as long as your need to be right and your want to get even is more important than your peace of mind. And this is that letting go of those energies that we saw in the first two blessings, right? Like that repression, if something bad like that happened, or if this was like someone who denied you your basic right of acceptance just because you didn't do the things that they said you should, or someone infringed on your personal boundaries, whatever it is. When you guys have that resentment, it keeps you in a low vibrational state, and forgiveness is the only way that we can experience freedom. You don't need to be shown, like, you don't need to prove that you're right, okay? And you don't need to get even. Karma works itself out. That's why we don't have to get even. And proving yourself right only keeps us in this place that we're not good enough. And you guys are good enough. You're worthy enough. You guys deserve what you want. And that's the thing. It's like when you let go of that need to be right, then you actually open yourself up to receive people who want you for who you are and situations that accept you as you are in this moment. Number 30, songlines, Orca. This is that energy. We have this inner child coming out. You guys are definitely doing inner child work here, but this is healing family lines. This is healing generational curses. So with that energy that was coming through before, it's like, if this is like something that has to do with religion, it's learning to be more open-minded when other situations come on. You've always been open-minded, but that's why you're different from your family. Like, if you look, this child is a part of this orca family here, but this child is a child, not an orca. Why is that? It's because you're different for purpose. You're different to heal that aspect of the family. And it's hard, but at the same time, this is your journey. It's your song to sing. It's your life to live, right? Love and compassion. It is so important for you guys to love and accept yourself. That is the biggest thing about your guys' journey. No matter what blessings are coming, the more you love and accept yourself, the more your blessings will start rolling in like this, right? That's what this card talks about. It really is about being compassionate, kind, and caring for yourself, and not judging the human you are. You're human. You wouldn't judge another person for being the way that you are, would you? And if you do, then just understanding that's a deep mirror of where you're at internally. But most of us, we don't judge others for the things that we ourselves are judging ourselves for. Most of us are pretty open and accepting about where others are. Like, say you get sick. Like, this is just a very small example, but say you get sick and you beat yourself up for getting sick because now you have to miss a day of work. And I never miss a day of work because I have a perfect attendance, but I can't go to work because I'm super sick. But if someone else got sick, you'd be like, well, if you're sick, you need to rest. But to do that for ourselves is oftentimes the most challenging thing for us to do in life. And that's what this is saying. It's like being that loving, compassionate person to yourself. You're already a kind energy. You have a beautiful energy about you. Be that person to yourself. Then we had House 11 come out. That Aquarian energy, guys. Fame is in the books for you guys. If it's not fame that you're looking for, this is just, you guys are going to get what you want. If you want riches, if you want wealth, you guys are going to be able to build it. We have friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Confirmation that you guys are inviting in people who are accepting you as you are. It comes from you guys loving your... Look at these same colors here, right? And we know they're not all the same colors because we got the other ones that we were looking at and they were all different colors. But these are very similar colors, and it comes from you loving yourself. Then you build your own soul tribe here. I can't make this stuff up, guys. It was weird. It was in the reverse. It came out in the reverse. I didn't realize it. It's forgiveness, number 29, which is 11. And 11 is a spiritual number. We started with 11 because my strength card is number 11. Okay, it's not number 8. It's the original tarot. It's number 11. It says forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Look at this amazing confirmation. We had the resentment card come out and forgiveness. Like, I have said multiple times on your guys' reading, forgiveness is the only way to experience true freedom in life. If we don't forgive, we stay in a state of being chained to the situation as what happened. And it keeps us in a place of lack and suffering. When we forgive, we're not freeing that person saying what you did was okay. We're freeing ourselves saying, I deserve to live a life without being barred by this, or held by this, or chained by this. That's what true forgiveness is. It's letting go of what was and saying it hurt. And I feel valid because it hurt. And how I felt is, I'm validating how I felt at that time. But it doesn't mean that how that person hurt me was right. That they were right. That what they did was right. I just can't hold on to this pain anymore because it's keeping me from living what I want to live and doing what I want to do. Okay, I feel like this one wants to open first. Stop seeking revenge. The first one out. Stop seeking revenge. We had resentment. If you guys are resenting of someone, and I definitely felt that over here, there's a lot of resentment coming through. This is a healing journey for you guys, okay? But revenge isn't going to get you anywhere. Having to be right, that's not going to get you anywhere. All that does is keep the loop going. It keeps you in a cyclical energy where nothing comes of that. And it's like forgiveness. You don't have to go to that person and say, I forgive you for hurting me. Forgiveness is as simple as sitting down, writing out that person's name and writing next to it saying, I forgive you for hurting me so that I can set myself free. And then burn that paper. Watch it turn to ash. And then don't think about it anymore. Just let it go. Like let that be. It's over with. It's not who you are. It's just an experience that's happened to you. It has shaped you, yes, but it's not you. That energy is not you. You at your core is love. Wow, I feel like this is really hard for you guys. Oh my gosh, I almost lost my voice. We go back centuries. Okay, so whoever's coming into your life, you guys have known for a long, long time. Okay, this is someone who's going to feel very familiar, but also this is telling me that this resentment that you guys are feeling, why it is so heavy on your heart, is because this is something you guys have lived life after life. This feels very much like your South Node energy, and this is the time you guys are destined to let this go. Okay, like that's what and it feels like this is something that has happened for centuries. Like you guys have lived this life over and over again, and this is the life that you have a choice and an opportunity to let it go and become something else. Become who you're meant to be. Become the truth of your soul, because you're meant to be leaders. Throat chakra. What was I saying? This is really hard for you guys. Forgiveness comes from the throat chakra. It's speaking our forgiveness out loud so we can hear it. Right? And our throat chakra is connected with our ability to hear as well as to speak, to receive information, to speak it out to others. I want you more than you know. So you guys are inviting in someone who's going to love you very deeply. Right? A lot of love surrounding your guys' reading. I think love is very important for you guys. And so someone's coming in. Your intuition is correct. There you go. Start saying, yep, that's what I want them to know. Love is coming in, but it starts with forgiveness of this person, of this situation. If someone abused you in the past, just understanding that's had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with them, but they didn't understand. Yes, maybe what they were doing was wrong. Okay, and this saying, I don't know if you guys have heard this, like when people say you're old enough to know better, we need to stop saying that, okay? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown here. Why? Because it doesn't matter our age. That doesn't make us know better of any situation that maybe we've experienced and we only know how to pass on. And in the experience of abuse, okay, whatever that is, if that's physical, sexual, mental, neglect, whatever kind of abuse it is that one may have dealt with in their life, when that abuse gets passed on to future generations, that a person that was the abuser in your life, they experienced that too, okay, from somewhere. And in their mind, there was this switch that flipped that said, this is how I pass on love. And it doesn't make it right or wrong. Okay, it just simply is. And if we look at the science behind it, it's like saying that it's okay for me to be this way because that's how I pass on love. Not understanding that love has been demented into seeing it as fear, but it becomes so great that becomes the thing that people rely on, like codependency, right? It's another form of codependency. You're relying on this fear to guide you through life. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you because I love you so much, so I'm going to beat you down and make you mine. It's like this dominance in life because I'm afraid to lose what I love so deeply. And so in some ways, it is a compliment. However, it is the most backhanded compliment we could ever receive because it's like you being who you are would not do that to someone else. Right? And so it's hard when you're in that energy to understand another person's place when that's how they are. But that's the truth of the situation. Their experience has given them this, and they're still passing that on. You became a victim of that experience, but you don't have to continue to be a victim in that experience anymore. You can choose to let that make you stronger, or you can choose to let that become all that you are. And that's where we have these repeat cycles in life where either you become the victim to everybody in your life, where you get codependent, narcissist, sociopaths, so on and so forth in your life, abusers. whatever, that's where that cycle comes from. But when we use that to empower ourselves and say, I stop this here. And I stop this here by choosing to find out what makes me me. And how can I love myself and always say yes to myself and make sure that I am discerning of situations like this so I'm not becoming a victim of anyone else. And also so I'm not a victim of myself. And it's hard to put somebody else's shoe on our foot, but that's the truth of it. When we can walk a mile in someone else's shoe, it begins to take us away from that revenge, that resentment, that hurt, that pain, and we begin to understand them as they are, another human. And that's scary because it's easier to point out that someone's a monster rather than seeing them as they are, as a human, and then bringing their experience into this as a human, as they are. But that's really what it is at the end of the day. And I know that's heavy and it's hurtful and it feels like it's invalidating how you feel, but it's not. It's validating everything that you've gone through, but understanding that there's also, while that person didn't validate what you went through, the only way that you can heal is validating what you went through yourself and understanding there's nothing that you could have done or will be able to do to change what they did to you. Look at all these beautiful blessings you have coming into your life. Don't deny yourself your blessings for the need to be right or for the need to be in this place of anger and regret and upset and revenge, so that thinking that someday down the line I'll be able to pay back what was taken from me. It will never happen. What was taken will forever be taken, but it means that you didn't lose yourself. You just covered up yourself with fear. And what happens is you guys get an opportunity to uncover that part that you buried so deep within you with fear. And you get to get that part back and let that part shine. And that's the part of you that's dying to be expressed. But for so long it's been shoved down underneath because of the hurt and the pain and the suffering and the upset and the terror and the horror that you experienced. You're not a bad person. There's nothing you did in life to deserve whatever it is that you experienced that was so awful, pile 3. Sometimes the hardest things in life happen to the... I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cry. Sometimes the hardest things in life happen to the most amazing people. It's because those people become leaders. To remind people who've become bitter when nothing happened to them. Oh my God, they stubbed their toe and they're the worst person on the face of the planet. Right? Like that energy when what has really happened to you? And they're like, well, nothing, but they're still just an ugly type of person. And yet here you are and you're this beautiful soul. That the weight of the world put on your shoulders. And the only way to shrug it off is through forgiveness. I feel you guys and I see you. Let yourself receive your blessings. I can't. Didn't I say generational curses? And here we have generational curses with song lines and the orca. Like, you guys, this is something that you are the one that's meant to stop this from being passed on. And you can choose not to. Like, that's okay. I want you guys not to feel so pressured. Like, oh my gosh, I have to figure this out. Like, you can choose not to. But just understanding that if you choose not to, it means that it will continue on to the next generation. And they'll have to deal with it. Whether that comes from you or from an outside source. That is just the way it works. And if you start to look back on your family situation or even talk to some older family members, you'll find that this is something that they too experienced in their life. It will probably surprise you at how much you will have in common with people, even though they didn't they didn't save you, or they weren't your saviors in the situation. It will probably surprise you at how much you have in common with those who raised you, or with those who are older in your family, grandparents, great-grandparents. You'll hear stories. Love is patient. Love is kind. That is such a beautiful message to move into your guys' oracle card with, because love is patient, love is kind, does not judge, it does not hate, there's no resentment. You either have love or you have fear. You cannot be in both at the same time. One will always trump the other. Whether your fear becomes greater than your love, or your love becomes greater than your fear, which one do you choose to feed? Beyond the mind, the heart beats, number 21. It's like, I heard waking a sleeping giant. You guys are connecting with a universal part of yourself. And you guys are, look at this DNA strand right here. Healing DNA strands in your life. Like, look at the bones in her face here. It's like what was buried is coming to fruition here. And with the eggs, it's like a whole new beginning for you guys. The feathers, this is like listening to your guys' intuition and the messages that you're receiving with the, what is that, a bindi? Is it bindi or, but I apologize if I say it wrong. I just don't know for sure. But the spot that she has on her third eye, it's like that connection with the third eye, letting it come to. Was I saying, like, some of you guys are studying that like religions, different religions. Okay, so some of you guys could be studying. We have, are these wheels or cogs? I think these are clock cogs. You guys are going to be turning back the hands of time. Wow, this was a crazy reading. I love it. I really do. I love it. And I'm all in it emotionally with you guys. Like, wow. But just, wow. So I'm going to read this card to you guys. It says, in the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lives within. Yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. The sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one. Through listening to it and feeling for it, the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is a way of mind which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it is turning mountains into molehills. Then there is a way of a heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways, and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. And I love that, because that's so synchronistic with everything that we've talked about. Letting go of that hurt and pain is the way that it's like you've been holding on to that for so long and it really hasn't worked out for you. And now as you let go of that hurt and pain, you guys really connect with that heart. And when you connect with that heart, I mean, look at these beautiful blessings coming in for you guys. Being your sunshine, love, fame, abundance, whatever it is, guys, it's coming to you guys when you connect with your heart and you let your inner love. We had the love card come out. We had soul tribe family coming in here, guys. There's so much that's about to come for you guys as long as you allow yourself to love and let go of the pain and the hurt from the past. It doesn't make it easy, but it is always a simple act. And those simple acts can make us grow beyond anything that we ever knew was possible. So I'm going to leave it here. I really enjoyed this. You guys are beautiful people. Thank you, my fellow humans, for joining me, Pile 3. If it resonated with you, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel so you always get notified when the next video does get uploaded. And with that being said, until the next one, stay human. Bye, guys.